Can you hear me well?
Yes, great to
Okay.
see you.
Thank you so much for having me here and for putting this together for everybody. That was an incredible meditation.
Yeah,
Really centered me and grounded me as I needed it very much. So it's great.
awesome. I want to introduce you, if that's okay,
Totally.
um, so we can all know who you are and then how to find you when we want more sessions like this. Although I also hope to keep having you back if that's something you'd like to do.
Would love it.
So Aubrey Howard finds expression as transformational breathwork facilitator and identifies as a queer woman of color who believes in the natural healing power of the self through yoga, meditation, breathwork, and connection to spirit. She feels that at the heart of practice is the art of acceptance, stillness, and surrender. Her own challenges with anxiety and depression prompted her to look further at the mind and how its influence affects our physical bodies and the way we move through the world, especially in communities of marginalized people. It wasn't long before Aubrey realized that an exploration of mind, spirit, consciousness, and human potential was beckoning her. Aubrey remains focused on health and well-being as she integrates shamanic healing with ancient wisdom to deliver exceptional perspective, skill, and compassion to her students. So Aubrey offers breathwork sessions and also individual sessions. And I can post your website too here for anyone that's on Zoom, and I'll also keep up the web links on our site so people can find you.
That's awesome. Wow.
And,
Thank you so much.
and maybe if people didn't get, we did post how to prepare on our website, but if people didn't get that, maybe you can describe what space they should be creating in the next few minutes. And then I'm just
Totally.
gonna take off my video and let you get to it if that's okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much
Awesome.
for that beautiful introduction.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Great. Well, hi guys. Thank you so much for having me on. It's a little crazy, a little wild hearing like your bio back to you, but I find that it is really, really true. And I would like to give you guys a little preparation before we get started in our breathwork session today. And I'm really excited that you're here to find some healing, to find some peace, to find some centering, whatever that looks like for you. And as I'm talking and telling you guys a little bit about my story, what would be really nice to do to prepare for the session, in case you didn't see the email prior, is really just to get yourself comfortable. That's really all that is required. There are some extra details that can help with that comfort. So for this type of breath work, we're going to be doing transformational breath work today, which is a specific type of breath work that really takes in account the whole body, the whole being, every aspect of the human being. So we'll be working on the physical level, the mental, emotional level, and the spiritual level. And it's really powerful for many reasons. And one being that it takes a lot sometimes to understand our emotions. And Michael just led us through such a powerful, powerful meditation, had me having some tears. There's so much happening in the world right now, as we all know. And it feels like we're in times of crisis. But we deeply need this ability to see clearly and see how we're feeling, right? To dive into our own expression and our own emotion so that we have the ability to make the changes that we need to see in the world, right? We know that the structures that we have and the time that we're living in, that it does not support our well-being. It doesn't support the way that we receive and give love, which is the most important thing. Having compassion and that deep empathy for another being, switching our perspective or seeing things in a new way. And this is really the gift that, to me, breathwork brings, that it gives us an opportunity to sit with our feelings, our experiences, and to begin to see life, or even our own past experiences, our traumas, all the things that we've lived through, in a new light, from almost like a new set of eyes. And what a gift that is, because a lot of times we're so blocked by things that have happened, especially in our past, in our personal lives, and in the world around us, that it makes it very difficult to really sit in that felt experience of being. right? And so as you guys are getting comfortable, what we'll do for this breath is we'll ideally be lying down. So that's what I recommend. If you have a space that you can lie comfortably, just to lie down. I actually personally like to lie with my back just slightly propped up so that it's easier to breathe into the chest. That's my preference, but you can be lying totally flat. Maybe just have a pillow under your neck. You can also have a pillow under your knees. That could be really nice, or a bolster if you have a yoga bolster, to support your low back if you have any, injuries or any sensitivity. If you would like to do this breath work sitting up in a chair, you absolutely can. We're going to be doing about 30 minutes of full breath work. So just make sure that you're comfortable. Like we said, if you're sitting in a chair, have something behind your head, because any muscles that you'll be using that are active will prevent that expansion of your breath that we're looking for. Okay, so those are just a few little tips. Maybe put on some chapstick now if your mouth tends to get dry. We will be breathing all through our mouth ideally, so that is useful for me. Maybe take a sip of water now. I'll do that. We can do that together. And we will talk a little bit about how this breath really can help us, right, to move through times of difficulty in the world. We're seeing that there are racist ideas, mentalities, and even policies, right, that are threaded throughout our system. It's like this internal landscape of our structures don't support us, and especially people of color, right? And so it's really powerful for us to be here together and take the time individually first to see where we're at, maybe the changes that we need to make, and then we can really put those changes into action. And I like what we were just mentioning, or what Michael was just mentioning, in terms of the like energizing of thoughts and emotion, right? Sometimes we get stuck in patterns and cycles in our lives, and we don't always understand why they are, coming and presenting themselves in the way that they are, right? We oftentimes are very confused about our feelings and what that means for the rest of our lives. So the beauty of breath is that we have a chance to just shut off the mind for a little while, and really just find that space of acceptance for whatever is to come, because many things will come. So let's talk a little bit about before we get started, and we're going to open up for questions at the end, if anybody has any questions. But for now, let's just talk about how this breath is actually working. And really, the main premise is that we go through life and we suppress feelings and memories constantly, right, in an attempt to move throughout the world. See, we can't necessarily be crying and bawling our eyes out because of an argument we just had with our partner or our kids or our parents, whatever it is, when we go to work, right? And that's just one small example, but it happens all of the time. And every time this happens, I heard this in an ayahuasca ceremony, and it really stayed with me, that every time this happens and we're suppressing these feelings or memories, it's as if we're putting small little rocks into a plastic bag and swallowing them, right, one by one, until we become heavy and dense in nature, right? And we have expressions for this, like my heart feels heavy, or I feel low, to explain or express the feeling of these low vibrations or these emotions in the body, right? And so a lot of us learned, like in 6th grade or in science class a long time ago, that everything is vibration. Energy is constantly in motion, right? If you look at your hand, it's not solid, even though it appears to be solid, which is confusing for us, yeah. But really, it's so important to understand this concept, especially in breath work, because all of these emotions that we have now with science, we're able to see that they hold a frequency, right? A vibrational quality within the body. And so emotions like hatred, anger, fear, right? Guilt, shame, things that we feel a lot and don't necessarily always know or are given the tools to, work with or to deal with. And so these emotions hold a lower or denser vibration in the physical body. And so what we'll be doing today is drawing in a high quantity of life force energy, or breath, oxygen, chi, prana, right? So many different terms for it, but drawing in this high quantity, a lot of it, very intentionally. Some of you may have done breath work before, and if you have, that's awesome. And if you haven't, that's perfect in the same sense, right? Because truly you know how to do it. You know how to breathe. You know how to work with your body the best. And so sometimes in this practice, we can feel like we're not doing it right. We might not be able to follow the rhythm or the pace the way that we want to, right? But what I always like to say before any workshop, before any session, is that just trust that you know what to do, that we really are working with spirit here and divine energy that comes from within and is supported with the breath and with that process of drawing in this energy. And so you're working with your whole life, everything that you've been through, all of the traumas, all of the microaggressions, anything, any memory, feeling, expression in your life. And so your body is holding on to all of these things, right? We have a cellular memory that holds on to every experience that we've been through. And there's power really in understanding that and in knowing that and feeling that, because when we have that recognition that everything is vibration, all we're going to be doing today is subtly working with our body, working with our breath, so that we can find more expansion. So I say all of that to say, don't worry if you feel like you're not doing it right. That is like the most common theme in this kind of breath work and transformational breath work. As a lot of times, especially as people are just starting, it feels like I can't get it the way that I want it to be. And that's because we're working with everything we've been through. So just trust the process, trust your breath, and know that even if you achieve, this is what I like to say, one small win is the biggest thing in breath work, because we are opening and expanding, and it takes time to do that, right? So as we draw in this high quantity of life force into the body, we create a strong positive energy vibration that actually alters the body's electromagnetic field. And so negative energy is raised to the positive, right? So these lower emotions that we're talking about, guilt, anger, hatred, fear, that hold these dense energies, they actually begin to entrain or match this new frequency that we are introducing into the body through breath in this circular rhythm, this specific method. And so it's a really beautiful thing, because we have the opportunity to really like allow the emotions to find release, to find expression, and to connect with them, because a lot of times we're so disconnected from how we're actually feeling inside. And so once we can feel them, release them, connect with them, then we have the chance to integrate them into our current experience, into our lives. And so all that being said, right, everything that we've lived through, that you have lived through, is already a part of you, right? You cannot change, we can't unlive these things. We can't change the past, even though we wish that we could. But we can change the way that we feel inside about the things that have happened to us, and what power there is in that. Because this present moment here with you and I is actually all that's real. What happened 5 minutes ago, what happened 10 years ago, and what will happen 3 years from now, 10 years from now, it's not reality. It's not present. It's not what's here. And so breath is an incredible way to connect with that sense of presence, right? Meditation, breath, movement, plant medicine, all of these things that can really support us in our transformation and our growth. And so let's go over some quick guidelines for the session. I hope you guys are all feeling nice and comfortable. And really what we're going to be doing tonight is I'm just going to guide you in finding some stuck places of energy inside your body. And you have the license to feel around. And this is actually the beauty of virtual sessions and workshops, because you know your body better than I do. And also you lose any fear of embarrassment of not doing it right with another person there. So you're on your own, and I'm here to guide you and support you. And we'll call for assistance on whatever you believe in the most, right? Just connecting to what you believe in, whether that is the universe, spirit, your higher self, God, whatever that looked like for you. So it gives us that chance to connect deeper with that sense of being. So we're going to find out what's on the surface and what we need to work through. If you hear me suggest something, assume that I'm talking to you since we're in a group and we're on a webinar. Try it on, see if it fits. And if it doesn't, keep breathing. The goal is to really just continue the process. We're going to be trying to create this energetic circuit in the body through the breath. And we'll walk through in a moment how to actually do that, what the mechanics are like. But if I suggest something and it doesn't work for you, keep breathing. Don't stop, okay? That's the one big piece. The goal is to have an open and flowing breath. You really can't mess it up, okay? So we're going to hold this vision of miracle consciousness and believe that whatever your intention is, that you will receive it. So why don't we together now, just bring hands to the heart. Just did a beautiful meditation if you were watching prior, and if not, let's just take a second to get grounded together. So let's take a deep breath in and let it go through the mouth. Good, one more just like that. Deep breath in. Symbolic gesture of release. Noticing your heartbeat here. And I invite you to gently close the eyes and just sit with your heartbeat in this stillness for a moment. And let's begin to formulate an intention. So a beautiful way to do this is just to ask yourself, what is it that I need in this moment? Or what is it that the world needs in this moment, right? We could hold a global intention or a very personal intention. What is it that I need? And just take a deep breath in. Sit with that just for a moment. You know, your intention could be a word, it could be peace, maybe clarity, centering, or it could be something more specific, like I would like to improve my relationships, right? Just see what that is. Good. Okay. So from here, as you guys hopefully are comfortable and in a nice position, we're going to get started with the breath, okay? So let's walk through how to actually do it, what this process is like. Just scoot back just a little bit. Okay. And so we'll be breathing, as I mentioned, all through the mouth. So if your mouth gets tired, your mouth will get dry. That is totally okay. If you need to re-lubricate, do that. Take a sip if you need to. But see if you can keep it all through the mouth. And if you need to close the mouth and do it through the nose, just do it in and out through the nose just for a few moments and then get back. And the reason for that is we just want to take in a larger quantity of breath, of air into the body. And that's better done through the mouth. Okay. So we will be using our diaphragm to breathe. So a lot of people breathe with their chest up and down, right? See if you can bring your hands to your low belly. And make sure you're comfortable, muscles aren't active, you're nice and relaxed, and take a deep breath in through your mouth. Good, and let it go. So we'll focus on our inhale and a completely relaxed exhale. So mind you, on your exhale, you might feel some contractions. That's okay, right? And a lot of times it's holding on to the negativity. So you're just going to work through it with your breath, even if it doesn't feel super natural in the moment. That's okay. So hand on the belly, deep breath in, and let it go. Good. Focus on the inhale and relax. Good. Now bring one hand to your chest. See if you can allow the chest to rise with your inhale and as well as your belly. So deep breath in and let it go. Good. Just like that. In and out. Good. One more time. So you feel your belly get big like a balloon with your in-breath. And exhale, the whole body surrenders. Good. So it's not so much of a pushing on the exhale. You'll hear me exaggerate my sound just a bit for you. See if it can be like a sigh, right? The pause at the top and the bottom of the breath, right? So deep breath in. So that might sound like you inhaling just a little sooner than you think, right? Speeding up the pace just a little bit, in and out. Good. So I'm going to switch the music to something a little bit more rhythmic and continue the pace that you're at, in and out. And trust the process. I invite you here to bring to mind your intention. See what that feels like. So just sit with your intention for a moment as you begin to breathe. Good. Okay. And so as you're breathing, feeling your chest rise, your belly rise. Good. Now just breathing a little faster than you normally do. We focus on our inhale. Surrender to the exhale. Just let the breath flow. Losing the need to do it right. Just trust the process. Trust that your body knows exactly what to do. And there's so much power in that. In and out. Good. Now I invite you to gently close your eyes if they're not closed already. Good. Play with your own rhythm. See what it feels like to just play with your rhythm. Trust your body, trust the process. Breathing in and out. Good. And then that exhale comes in just a little sooner. Good. It is safe to breathe. It is easy to breathe. Good, just like that. In and out. Beautiful. It is safe to be in my body. Inhale just a little sooner. Good. Just like that. And the exhale just falls out. In and out. And feel your belly rise and fall. It is safe to be in my body. Good, just like that. In and out. Good. It is safe to breathe. To be in this experience, sitting with my feelings, right? So if you want to slow it down a little bit, you feel like that's what you need right now, go ahead and do that. You can breathe a little bit more shallow into the belly. That's okay. We're just looking for that connection of letting go of the pause at the top and the bottom, right? In and out. And if you feel like you need to breathe a little bit more fully, you can go ahead and do that. Feel your belly get nice and big. And the exhale just surrendering to it all, right? It is safe to surrender. It is safe to surrender. Good. Trust that you are doing it right, right? That you are working with everything that you have been through in the past. So if you start to feel some emotions coming to the surface, that is great. If you start to feel some tingles in your body, know that you're doing the perfect job, that all that you can, right? Just trust the process, continue to breathe. And that if you start to feel a lot of those tingles, things are moving, you're feeling more alive. And that's all we can really ask for. So keep breathing. In and out. It is safe to feel alive. It is safe to feel alive, however that looks for you. Good. See if you can let that exhale just fall away. Now, if you start to feel a lot of energy, a lot of emotion, and it feels kind of stuck, we can do something called toning. So we can try it together. We'll try once with our mouth open and once with our mouth closed. Try it on, see if it fits, and if not, keep breathing, okay? So deep breath in wherever you're at. You can do that again and bang your fists in the air or move your head from side to side. Try it out. Deep breath in. Go as long as you can, right? It is safe to breathe. Try the head to side, and then get right back to the breath. In and out. You might notice after doing that that you feel a little bit more ease in the breath, right? We're relaxing those muscles and the things that have been held inside. Continue to breathe. In and out. Letting that inhale come right in. We tend to hold on to our negativity with that exhale. So see if you can breathe right back in, continuing that beautiful circuit, letting our emotions integrate with this higher vibration we're bringing in with our breath. Good. In and out. I breathe in the energy of life, of love, and life takes care of the rest. Good. And now play around with moving your hands, maybe both to your heart first. Just seeing what that feels like. You can even let your fingers move into the muscle. And just see what that feels like to gently press in and out. With the exhale, you can press in a little bit more firmly. I open myself to all the love there is. Good. I am open to receive love. And if there's any affirmation that I say that resonates with you, you can just repeat it mentally as you continue to breathe. Or if there's one that comes up for you naturally, hold on to that. In and out. Good. Just like that. Trust that you are doing it right. See if you can soften the breath just a little bit. I do not have to do it all by myself, right? I am fully supported. In and out. Now I invite you to bring one hand about 3 inches below your belly button. And you can actually really press into this area. We tend to hold a lot of trauma here, right? A lot of sexual trauma or energy, and that's okay. So just press gently to begin. And take a deep breath in. Continue that process of your breath. It is safe to be in my body. In and out. Feel your belly rise and fall, almost like you're breathing right beyond the boundary of your skin. It is safe to be in my body and to express exactly who I am. In and out. Good. And bringing that in-breath right back in. It's okay if you start to feel either cold, you might feel some chills, you might feel yourself start to sweat. This is a process of purging the stuck energy in your body. So trust that you are doing it right. In and out. Good. And if you feel at any point like you need to find that expression, if it feels stuck, you can tone on your own, or you could try it with your mouth closed. So let's try that together with our lips closed. Deep breath in. One more breath in. Good, just like that. In and out. I am doing it right. I am doing it right. And I don't have to try so hard. Beautiful, just like that. And you can go ahead if you'd like, say, try it on, see if it fits. If not, keep breathing. Try hugging your knees in towards your body and feeling your belly rise and fall against your thighs, right? Feeling that expansion with your breath in and out. See if you can create that beautiful little circuit of energy with your breath, letting go of the pause at the top and the bottom. Keep breathing. It is safe to breathe. Good, just like that. And you can go ahead and let your legs down. If it feels good to hold them there, you can stay there, right? But get right back to your breath. In and out. In and out. Good. Now I invite you to bring your hands right to your shoulders, right? Where we hold a lot of fear in this area. And just gently press in and forward with your hands, right? Keep breathing. It is safe to feel my anger. It is safe to feel my anger. Good, just like that. Keep breathing. And with every breath, I release it in a way that is useful to me. In and out. Good, just like that. In and out. It is safe to feel my anger. And I find expression with every breath that I take. Good. In and out. Trust that you are doing it right with everything that you've been through, everything that you've experienced. You're just finding that little bit of release with every breath. Good. And then you can allow your fingers to just slide right down a few inches into the space like right above your heart. Just gently feel into these areas. This is where we hold our compassion point. So on our right, our masculine side, our left, our feminine. So just feel into this space. I have compassion for all that I have been through. Good, just like that. Slowing it down if you need to, or breathing a little bit more fully. See what you need. Good, just like that. I love and forgive myself. I love and forgive myself. Continuing to breathe. Remembering that you can tone at any point if it becomes a little overwhelming. just to find that nice fluid expression. And now I invite you to feel around for any place on your body that you feel that you might need it the most. Just where do I need some love, some compassion? You can go right in between where the ribs meet in our solar plexus, our willpower, right? You can move down lower into the belly or even into the jaw, right? Just see what feels good, but keep breathing. In and out. I love and forgive the people and the world around me. Just stay wherever you're at for a few minutes until you find some release, right? Whatever that looks like. You may experience memories from your past that come up. You may be thinking about how you're doing the breath. That's okay. However you're feeling and whatever is coming up is okay. Just trust the process and know that you're doing it right. In and out. Good, just like that. It is safe to be passionate and to follow my heart. Good. It is safe to be passionate and follow my heart. Keep breathing. Don't stop the process. Don't stop the flow. Good. Just like that. Okay. And now if at any point you start to feel a lot of emotion like we mentioned before, another option is to flip onto your belly. And if you decide to flip onto your belly, you can turn your head to the side. Keep breathing in the same way. Don't stop the rhythm, looking for that nice little circuit with the breath. And just feel your belly rise and fall. And if not, if you're still on your back, keep breathing, keep going. But there's something really comforting and nurturing about being face to face with the earth. Letting earth be our guide, our mother, our nurturer, our support. And keep breathing. In and out. You're doing such a great job. You really are. In and out. I breathe and I let go. It is safe to express who I am. It's safe to express who I am. In and out. Good, just like that. And if at any point you feel like you need a reset, you can always try to take a deep breath in and hold the breath either at the top or at the bottom. See what feels good. If you start to feel a lot of those tingles going, know that that is a good thing. But if it becomes to be too much, you can kind of place your hands underneath your bum, underneath your body to give a little pressure. Keep breathing. Good, just like that. I am guided in my every step by Spirit. Who leads me towards what I must know and what I must do. Good. To create the change inside and then in the world around us. I am the change with every breath. And it is safe to let go of my past. Beautiful, just like that. Trust the process, trust your breath. In and out. And let the exhale just fall away. It is safe to surrender. I'm fully supported in my every step. Good, in and out. Just like that. I do not have to do it all by myself. Good, in and out. Trust that you know exactly how to breathe. Sit with our feelings. It is safe to feel my feelings. Letting go. I allow myself to let go. Good. You're doing such a great job. Don't give up. In and out. If you're feeling like you need more energy in your chest, you can always bring your hands into prayer in front of you and just really press. Press your palms together, but keep breathing. You might feel emotion come here, and that's okay. Just let it come. Find full acceptance for where I am at in this exact moment. In and out. Good. And then relax your hands down. Take a deep breath in. Beautiful. Just like that. Good. So I invite everyone together to try and take a deep, deep breath in with all this room that you have and hold it now at the top for as long as you can. And just see what it feels like to sit in that space of pause, stillness within yourself, in this experience with your feelings, your thoughts, your heart. Just stay here for a moment. And when you're ready, you can let that breath go. Totally exhale, let it fall away. And then we'll begin to slow down the rhythm, slow down the pace back to your natural rhythm of breath. In and out. Letting go of the need to do it right. And these next few minutes, just sitting with yourself, listening to the music. And I invite you to bring to mind your intention, right? What is it that I need in this moment? What is it that the world needs? Maybe hands to the heart. But keep breathing. Slowing it down. So universal spirit, divine energy, we ask that whatever guidance, awareness, gifts, insights that we need to receive, that we receive them at this time. And if at this point you feel like you'd like to flip onto your belly, please do so. If not, just stay where you are. In and out. Just like that. Keep breathing. Letting go with every breath. It is safe to let go. You can breathe through your nose now or continue through your mouth, whatever feels good. Just slowing it down. Good. Good. Okay. And so now very, very, very slowly, we'll take a few breaths together as a group. This will be through our nose on the inhale and the exhale through our mouth. Okay, so with all that room and space that you just have created, take a deep breath in and let it go. Good, 2 more like that. Deep breath in, taking in all of our good. On the exhale, letting go. Beautiful, last one, rich and deep. The exhale, symbolic gesture of release. Good, and now you can go ahead and bring your knees in towards your body. Just give yourself a nice big hug, maybe tucking your chin towards your chest. And just seeing what it feels like to be in this moment, in this experience with your breath. Good, just like that. It is safe to be in my body. Letting go of my past and letting go of the future. Beautiful. So when you are ready, you can bring your knees back down. And if you're still feeling things, if emotions are still coming up for you, that is totally okay. Just because the session is over for us does not mean that it's over for you. And so keep breathing. All of these emotions, memories, feelings will begin to integrate with your breath. So continue the process if you're still feeling that, right? Just let it be easy and soft. But if you're feeling ready, you can go ahead and bring your hands out in front of you and just stretch out from side to side. And then you can go ahead and flip your palms outward, tuck your chin towards your chest. Deep breath in, maybe bring your arms to the sky, stretching from side to side. It is good to be alive. And letting the hands drop down. And if you're laying down, just sit here for a second in this moment, in this experience. And whenever you're feeling ready, you can turn yourself onto your side in a nice fetal position, maybe with your hands, your head resting on your hands. And just continue to breathe. This is the seed, the starter position where everything is possible, right? All possibilities are here and available to us in this unlimited amount of love that is available in the universe and deep within ourselves. And if you're feeling ready, you can slowly make your way back up into a seated position. Maybe crossing the knees. I recommend just rolling the head out from side to side, really taking your time and keeping going with your breath. Don't stop breathing. And then switch directions. Good, just like that. Beautiful. And then you can take a deep breath in and bring your arms to the sky. We're going to go into a nice little prayer position all the way up. Hold your breath in, squeeze your belly, pull your energy up, send your intention up to the sky. And exhale, dropping down. Good. Thank you guys so much for sharing this practice with me. You did an amazing job. And like I said, if you're still feeling things, keep breathing through them. What's really important is to know that, like we said a million times, right? You're working with your whole life experience. And so even if you may have been caught up in your thoughts the whole time, 10, 15 minutes of, am I doing it right? Hopefully you reach that point where the thoughts kind of melted away and you could ground down and just be with your breath. I've had many sessions, many experiences where I've actually had like visions that and downloads that came to me, or I've had memories that I didn't remember, right? Some things, some experiences in our lives are so old. Think about when we were in our mother's womb, or even past life experience that has happened to us, that there are not necessarily words or vocabulary, language to understand some feelings. And that is totally okay if you don't always understand what came up for you. But the beauty is that with our breath, with this circular rhythm that we created, and all of this life force that you just introduced into your physical body, into your being, right? That these feelings, memories, traumas truly integrate into our experience with our breath, in training with this high vibration that we introduced. So knowing that even if nothing else happened for you today, just on the pure physical level, you introduce so much more oxygen, like we said, so much more life force into your blood, your brain, strengthened your immunity, which is something we all need at this time, right? But hopefully you were able to tap into some feelings, some emotions, and let yourself sit with that. I highly recommend taking some time to journal, maybe writing down your intention or anything that came up for you in the session. And just be gentle with yourself, right? We have some programming after this, so if you're tuning in, just keep breathing, be still. Hi, Hannah.
Hi.
How are you, love? How are you doing?
That was amazing. My first breathwork session, so I want to have you in my house every day doing this.
It's so powerful. It is truly, it has changed my life. It's called Transformational Breathwork, and this and plant medicine and movement really have helped me so in so many ways. So I'm so happy to offer it and be working with the Sound Mind Center to really help us during this super difficult time.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, I think there's something very grounding about the breath in the way that it's used here.
That's good.
Definitely. I don't see any questions on my end. I guess if anyone has any, they could type them. But we also you can send us questions by email or Facebook, and I can get them to Aubrey, and
Yeah.
we're all available.
And Hannah and I discussed this as we were planning this beautiful event, that after breath work, a lot of times people feel like very inward. So it's okay if there aren't questions. Like we said, if you have them later or anything comes up later, which often does happen, please feel free to send some emails over. My information you can find on the site. I can also send it any other way that is accessible for you guys. I hold workshops every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. called Transform Self-Limiting Beliefs with Breath. And it's a really great way for people to be in their own homes, feel comfortable, feel safe, and to experience this kind of breath work, tap into our feelings a little bit more. and just to really ground down and connect in many different ways. So if anybody's ever interested in that or a private session, you can find that information on my site. But thank you so much for just taking the time to breathe today. You did a lot of work, so be gentle with yourselves, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Hannah.
I'll talk to you soon, and we'll have you back on to do more sessions too, if you do it.
I would love to.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.